Hello, welcome back to Mindful Musings. I'm Dee Dee, your host. I'm an energy alchemist, a sound bowl practitioner, and an intuitive. Well, happy August 12th. So we are like in the final, I think pretty much day of the portal, the Lionsgate Portal. Still in the shadow phase of Mercury, going direct, and that phase ends whatever around August 25th. So times of again, many changes, many possibilities. Yeah. So anyway, first and foremost, most important thing, and I've said it in every single video, at least since the beginning of this year, is being grounded. So make sure you are staying grounded and staying hydrated. Remembering to infuse your water with your intentions. Whatever your intention is, peace, love, harmony, healing, whatever, take the time to infuse it and then to mindfully ingest it. And grounding. Grounding is what is going to get us through all this crazy time. Because we need to be connected to our bodies. I know at this time, with all the chaos and turmoil that's going on, the very human tendency is that fight or flight. And so our system is, when we get too sucked into that reality, the system is going to go all haywire, fight or flight, or run away. And either way, that means we are ungrounding. We are disconnecting from Earth. I know that was my modus operandi forever, was being ungrounded in the flight. I was never much of a fighter, but it's flight. I would just go away, kind of leave my body. And you could tell because I always walked on my tiptoes, because that's, walk on tiptoes, I don't want to be here. So, but now I really, really focus on being grounded. Be in your body. Feel your feet. Make a real concerted effort over these tumultuous times to focus on your feet. Where are your feet? Feel them. Feel from the arch, the arch underneath the bottom of your foot. Extend roots into the center of the earth and feel the connection. Base of your spine, drop that root into the center of the earth so that you can feel the connection. Because Mama Gaia has got you. She's got us. It is imperative we remain grounded, because when we go into that fight or flight, we're disconnected, we are more easily manipulated and controlled. Stay grounded. Stay hydrated. Stay connected to the higher wisdom, and stay running your energy and clearing it out. Be neutral, center of the head, observe, just observe. I've gone down on my list, breathe. Breathing and conscious humming, toning, Om, to get you connected back into your body, into that awareness. Okay? So, all right, checklist. And make sure you're doing this every time you can think of it, but especially morning, noon, and night. Connecting, tuning in. Take time in the morning when you're waking up to express the gratitude. Thank you for this new day, the new possibilities, the endless possibilities that are before me. And connect with your spirit team. Find that which brings you joy, love, upliftment. Connect to that. Tune back into yourself at lunchtime. How am I doing? How's my energy? Connect, get outside, go hug the tree, touch the ground, touch earth. At night, again, come back to grounding and connecting, and take that time to clear, I release any energies or emotions that are not mine. Alchemize them now, invoking the protection and the guidance of your angels, and especially Archangel Michael, for protection and to sever those energetic cords. Showering to release the energies that perhaps have permeated your field during the day, so that when you go to bed at night, that when you fall asleep, you are clear of your energy that is no longer serving you, others' energies, so that you may connect more deeply and more clearly with your angelic realm, with your spirit team for guidance, so that you can work through, receive information in your sleep state and that other consciousness. Really important we do that every day, every time we're thinking about it. So be open to the messages, and how, whatever form they appear, they'll come in different ways. I do love how my spirit team will direct me to also a particular person, a video, and I go, oh, thank you, that's a great message. Let me see if I can pull up a couple of the messages that were coming forward this morning that really resonated with me. And one of them, from, again, Mel Lawson. I really enjoy her a lot. She just channels whatever ascended master guide comes through. This morning it was Metatron. And back to what we talked about several videos before, but it's come up again. Releasing the need to control the outcome. When we're trying to control the outcome, that's our ego. Surrender. Surrender to the divine plan. So often, and this is how we were taught, at least back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, was manifestation was all about being super clear on the details. Super clear and like willing it into place. I've had countless vision boards, countless vision I am statements where I am this and this and this, and just filling it into the absolute detail, because that's how we were taught. Timeline was different then. Manifestation process was different then, and so that was right and true. We're no longer in that place, especially when it comes to creating the new space, creating the new world. We are not at a level to be able to see what that looks like. Yeah, we can very much state and visualize harmony, cooperation, unity, love, connectedness, we can visualize that. But don't get caught in the details of what that has to look like. Because we don't know. Because we're going into uncharted territories. And why limit source to what our 3D perceptions? Because all we know at this time, all we have experienced is 3D. Why put that limitation? Why put that cap on what we are creating in the 5D and beyond? So yes, by all means visualize, but let go of the details, because we don't know. Likewise, let go of believing it has to look a certain way or certain things have to take place before that manifests. Yes, systems are all crumbling around us, but let go of that. It needs to look a certain way. This is, the government needs to crumble. The banking system needs to crumble. Whatever, the education system needs to crumble. Whatever it is, let go of how that is supposed to look, or that has to happen first before we can create this. So bottom line, it's about letting go of our incessant need to control. That need, that egoic need to control what the outcome is. It's like we know better. We don't. Because we are limited in our scope. We are still we're still dabbling in the 3D. We're going more and more to 4D and 5D. But remember, there's all these other Ds after that. So let us not put the limitations that have been created by our very loving, wonderful human ego and that need to control. That third chakra, let it go. I encourage you to release it. Release it and ask even Archangel Michael, please sever those cords, those energetic cords, to allow to transpire what is going to transpire. Yeah. And as that chaos is ensuing, it's only human. It's that there might be anxiety, and that the worry process might go in full swing. Just be aware of that and stop yourself in the midst of it and go, whoa, wait a second. Instead of worrying about what could, this is happening, oh my God, and this is happening, and this is, oh my God, stop. What's the greatest thing that can happen? And let's focus on that. You're not putting your head in the sand. You are preventing yourself from going into a downward spiral into the negative lower vibrations, which then prevent you from being able to create what you truly want. Because an element of trust is needed to that this is all happening for a reason. Something greater is manifesting out of it. So don't keep in that swirl, that craziness, that distraction that is happening. Allow yourself to come back into, wait, I am wishing to create harmony, creativity, abundance. Again, not limiting yourself on how that has to look or what you have to do that. Just shift your focus. The more of us that can learn to let that go and shift to this focus, the more timely the manifestation of the new will happen. But it requires discipline. It requires a great deal of self-awareness to shift that off and come here. And it requires a great deal of grounding. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay neutral, trusting in the divine plan that is happening, and knowing that we're not privy to that information. Okay? And something I was listening to from Leo Carroll, Cryon, this morning, resonated about the tipping point, and that many of us, some of you, maybe my generation or so, it's like we've experienced this before, and for us, the need to let go of the disappointment that, back in the 60s, the Great Uprising and all this, and that nothing really changed, nothing permanently changed. So there's that disappointment. And for me, it's letting go of that, because that was then. It was a different time, it's a different timeline, different energies. Letting it go and letting this evolution, this revolution, this awareness that is taking place now. Perhaps that really is the tipping point. And it's the tipping point because the indigo children, who are no longer children, who are now in their late 20s and 30s, they think differently. They have an awareness level and an ability to change the systems. Not the systems that were in place. Yes, those systems are going away. The banking system, the education system, the government system, that is being transformed. But it is going to be transformed by those who hold a greater vision. It cannot be built upon the old. That's old energy. That has the old energy with its limitations has to go away, and the new will be created by these wonderful souls who have been incarnated on this earth with a greater vision, with a greater connection, with a greater focus of equality, humanity, togetherness, connectedness. Trust that that is happening. Trust that the new will be created and is in the process of being created. And these new ones who are coming to earth now are just so brilliant that new systems must be created in order to nurture them. Because they don't think or see or the way my generation did. And that's a good thing. You know? It's a good thing. we have to remain open to change. Because change happens whether we're ready for it or not. And change is upon us. But we must let go of the way we think it's supposed to look and remain open to what it is and to what the divine has in store with the assistance of our collective consciousness as it is raising. All right. Let's see if Spirit Team wants to communicate through my little oracle cards, any other oracle cards that are over there, for the highest and greatest good of all, of course, speaking only love and truth may come through, for entertainment, spiritual, inspirational purposes only. And there was already an oracle card deck that spoke to me earlier. Let's see if it's still speaking. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The one that was speaking to me earlier before I sat down is Kyle Gray's Angel Guide Oracle. So let's see who or what is wanting to come forwards with information to help to assist us on this journey of letting go and trusting in the universe and the divine and our ability to discern truth, staying connected. Learning experience. Well, isn't that the truth? We don't know what we don't know, which then allows a whole vast expanse of being able to learn. And remember, we incarnated on this planet as a learning experience for our soul's growth. And the great chaos that is all around, it's a learning experience so that we can learn what we don't want, as well as what we do want in our lives and what to create. And trusting that Spirit has us during this profound learning and that we will be guided and healing is occurring. Stay grounded, stay connected. Extended message of this is inner peace and a sense of security comes from overcoming hardships. Without the challenges that life has presented, you wouldn't be the person you are today. This is a time for you to reflect on the incredible strength you have. No matter what has gone wrong for you, you have made your way through the darkness and into the light. When this card appears for you, your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what have I learned from all of this? This card represents the teacher that you have within. And through integrity and connection, you will be able to find the message within the mystery. If you're still facing challenges, you are being encouraged to keep going and trust that the worst will soon be over. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. I do believe that. Several things. That the light at the end of the tunnel is you. It is me. We are the light at the end of the tunnel. And that the worst will soon be over. And letting go of the need to know how that transpires. Letting go of the need to attempt to control what that looks like or how it should play out, because we simply don't know. Surrendering to what is for the greatest good. Holding the vision of harmony, unity, love, connection. Always returning to the wisdom within. Connecting, staying grounded, nurturing ourselves, staying hydrated. Disengage from the craziness that's going on around, because that is a distraction. It is a distraction from us tapping into the power of who we are. When we tap back into ourselves, then we know what right action to take. But if we are flailing about in the chaos that is being perpetuated out there, the againstness, all the distractions, that is illusion. Come back to yourself so that you have the ability to see the truth through all the illusionary fog. That's the power within. As above, so below. As within, so without. Protection, not from a place of fear, but from a place of sovereignty. The image that just came in was one of the lion. Lionsgate Portal may be closing, but we are only just scratching the surface of the great and wonderful power, benevolent, divine power that resides within our sovereignty. Keep breathing. Staying grounded. Keep working for the light. The light and love in me recognizes the light and love in you. And so it is. Namaste.